This is Ralph Conrad on American Safari. I'm on 9th Street this evening, interviewing people. Right now I have with me Greg Ferris. Amazing and talented. Little weird. But a good weird. Unique, quirky Greg Ferris. You want to start over?
No.
All right.
No.
How you doing tonight?
Feeling good. Having a good time at the house.
It's usually a pretty good night here, right?
I like it a lot. The Finch House.
Finch House? Is that the plaque on the wall outside?
Yeah.
How long have you lived here?
Maybe since February, or it hasn't been too long, but it's definitely an epicenter of wacky energy.
Wacky. That's a good one. Wacky energy. What'd you do today?
I went to work. I worked for the city of Sarasota. Sports facilities. So I work at the skate park and down at the marina. And after work, we came back here. I went to the Box Social, so that's the new place. I saw you there.
Yeah, it's a good time, right? Can we do a brief description of your life up until now?
I wish I had memorized Noah's. I really liked Noah's video. Okay. I wasn't born here, but I pretty much grew up in Sarasota. Will it pick up his doodling, his pee-pee?
Yeah, it'll be alright.
And
I love your
kid, you kind of introduced me as weird. Done that, yeah. I got into skateboarding, and that was a big thing in my life. I still do today. You get out of high school, and you say, what am I doing? And I went to school in Tallahassee. I studied engineering, architecture, and then the art program of Florida State. And now I'm back here in Sarasota.
And I find you to be like a little like intimidating at first. Like I don't know what to think of you ever. So like meeting you and knowing you, I feel like you're intelligent and creative, but I haven't had like a whole lot of conversations with you and things like a lot of the other people I've been interviewing, and so I'm not really sure what to expect from you. But you went to engineering school, did you?
I got a 2-year degree, and I'm really into architecture. So yeah, I did a little bit of engineering, and that served me well because now I primarily focused on artistic endeavors. So when I paint or draw something, it's break out the compass and the T-square.
So a lot of your art is.
Yeah, it's more organizing things than any kind of technical formality.
Do you have any of your stuff online?
I do. I have a blog. It's gregferris.blogspot.com. You can get to it from americansafari.org.
Let me check it out. What are some interesting things that you've been into recently?
Good question. We've got bands going, and just a lot going on with the community, which I've never really experienced before, but there's so many people here that want to do things, and it's like perfect, because everyone wants to get involved in something. So since I've been at this house particularly, I've been hanging out with Andrew a lot more, and we started doing the circuit bending thing more. You can hear John creaking around. They're working on something in there.
And now, what is circuit bending? Because I'm not completely sure, and I know a lot of people don't even know what you're talking about.
That's sort of like when you take little instruments, it could be a keyboard or whatever you harvest from a Goodwill, little noise machines, and you just rewire them through trial and error and add the appropriate switches and buttons. And for me, it's like Trey was interviewed earlier, the Trey episode, epic. I showed him something we made, and I kind of had to explain, like, it's all this stuff that people just throw away because, like, you're an infant for whatever, and then so there's just this whole heap of things that is junk, but you can either throw it on the pile or you can sort of make it into something else, and it's sort of reclaiming just the massive junk that we have today.
And kind of making, you alter it to make
that, and then it doesn't make, like, you won't turn a child's toy into, you know, Steinberger, like a great instrument, but it's like, then there's also the thing of confronting people with sound, for one thing, because you really aren't acclimated to anything except what you've been exposed to, so it's all sorts of fun and weird, and it's really easy to go down that rabbit hole.
So you have a good time doing that? Going to do some more of it? You've been implementing some of it into your music.
Yeah, I made the folk science record last year when I was up in Tallahassee. That was great. And then we got the chance to go on WSLR, and now this is sort of the everyone coming together thing. They wanted us to go on there because they had heard of the band, but when we were on the show, we talked about the art show we were doing, and then we also brought the circuit bent instruments, and it was like, because he had been interested in one thing, he got to see what else we were doing, and our host Rob from Lumpy Tunes was much more receptive to everything else, so it was like symbiotic.
That's what Aaron was talking about, pockets in Sarasota.
Yeah, with there's not one big wave that comes over everything. And with the internet and everything, we're all really aware of every different little movement, and there's lots of little clicks. So the more everyone is doing different things, you enter the playing field, and you just kind of push each other to be better, I think.
So, do you have any things that you look forward to, or that you're concerned about as far as the future is concerned? Anything that you're really excited about or really concerned about?
I did not finish my time at Florida State, and I know typical thing, like your parents are real disappointed in that, or people expect you to be accredited by institution, So I feel like sometimes my endeavors are attempts to legitimize the effort of, like, let's have an art show, or let's make a band. So when I want to do events or do anything, like, I really want to make it just big and great and get everyone involved, because I feel like that time spent is just well worth the effort.
That's kind of, I feel the same way, because I didn't finish school, but I'm always like I'm trying to do photography, and like I'm doing this project, and I'm always, like, I don't have a degree behind me or a school backing me up, so it's trying to make it like convince myself that it's worth my time or something, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, well, like with this, you're gonna do this with everyone that you meet on the road, pretty much. That's gonna be like just portrait of, like, the condition of, like, now,
Yeah.
Like, to the time, like, its little place. And what else can you do? Because whatever your situation is in life, like, you can depend on yourself, and maybe if you have a few close others, but you just make the best of it. I think that's what you're doing with this, and thank you for interviewing me.
Thank you. we're at 10 minutes now, but I think I'd kind of like to keep going because I want to get some more.